Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of Indie Black Magic. I'm Tommy Jackson, and today we're going to be going over the cameras I use to shoot my films, as well as the styles and techniques I use to get the shots that I get. Let's get into it. The clip I'm about to play for you guys is from The Last of Us: Ellie's Revenge, where I used a very specific camera for a very specific reason. Try and guess.
How many do you see? 3 or 4. Got a fucking dog.
So if you guessed the Ursa Mini Pro 4.6K, you are right. This camera is a beast and a workhorse, and it creates beautifully rendered images that really separate the subject from the background, especially at higher focal lengths like 50 to 135, which I used for those shots. I wanted to really get up close and personal to this violence while still staying far enough back that the audience feels comfortable. I guarantee you the next clip I'm gonna play is really gonna surprise you when I show you the camera I used. Let's go. So if you guessed that that was shot with one of the blockiest cameras ever created, then you were right. This was the Blackmagic Production Camera 4K, and I have it right here. So this was the first cinema camera I ever got my hands on, and the first cinema camera I ever owned, and I am blown away by, still today, how incredible the images coming off of this camera are.
You need to tell me where Clay is right now. It's important.
If you're trying to get into cinema cameras, if you're trying to try out Blackmagic and you can't afford a $1,400, $2,000 camera, look for one of these guys and try it out. It will actually teach you a whole lot about the right way to light, the right way to angle, so many things because of its limitations. If this camera didn't have the limitations it had, I wouldn't be the cinematographer I am today.
My brother's business has nothing to do with me.
It's got everything to do with you. He ripped us off, and now he's got to pay. You know how this works.
Find someone else.
You're the only one who knows where to find him, how to find him.
He's family.
And we're not.
I thought I'd show you how I've shot some of my corporate work as well. Let me know what camera you think I shot this with.
We get to guide our clients through what can be a confusing process and lead them to some measure of justice.
Being an attorney is a privilege, and with that comes great responsibility to yourself and the public.
We are able to use our talent, our skill, our experience to level the playing field.
If you guys guessed the Ursa Mini 12K, then you were right. The color science mixed with the beautiful raw imagery is just incredible and so sharp. So even though I have all different types of Blackmagic cameras, I still find myself using the Blackmagic 6K and the Blackmagic 6K Pro more than any of the other ones. The reason why, well, let's find out. So the Blackmagic 6K sensor has something super special. It has a dual ISO, so that I can shoot at 400 ISO and I can shoot at 3200 ISO, and there is little to no noise or grain, and the image mixed with the color, the sharpness, everything is top notch. Now, when it comes to low light, you really want a camera that can have an ISO of 3200 and still perform in quality. Once you start jumping up, from 3200, it starts to take away from the way you lit it, and it becomes very artificial with the way it looks. So that's why when you stay between 400 and 3200, you can get the best imagery for low light while also keeping it cinematic. Please let me know in the comments what type of content and what type of things you'd like me to talk about over the next few episodes and through the next couple of weeks.